All right, shalom, shalom. It's Brother Yatazadak, hero of Israel. I'd like to start off by giving the honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Today we're going to go into Numbers chapter 31, going into the Hebrew. So Lord willing, you're edified, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Let's get right into it, right? Before I do that, I'm going to make a quick correction, or not necessarily a correction, but I forgot to go over this word in Numbers chapter 30, right? Let's get that real quick. Right, which is ma bata'ah, right? Ma bata'ah, meaning something rashly uttered, a rash utterance, a hasty vow. Let's go into the root word. And the root word bata or bata'ah says to babble, to talk idly, right? Something said rashly, right? You can compare that to the word batan, right? Which means stomach, right? Or womb, right? But it really means stomach, right? So that word bata, it just means to say something rashly or without, right, consideration, right? And let's look at that precept. Salakia, get that real quick. Numbers chapter 30, verse 6. And if she had vowed at all, Salakia, and if she had at all an husband, when she vowed or uttered, right, as in, or rashly spoken out of her lips, wherewith she had bound her soul, right? So it doesn't mean uttered, it just means to speak rashly, right? Or in haste, or, right, without consideration, right? So that could mean like, being rude, or actually when you speak without thinking, right? Speaking rashly, right? Because you may be upset or whatever the case may be, right? Or you're not thinking about the vow, that which is made, right? And it's made in haste, right? So it says, Wa'im hayawa tahaya, right? And if it be, right, unto her, or Salaki, and if it come to pass, she become to a man, as in she becomes a man's wife. Wa nadarya, and she vow, right? And her vow is upon her, alaya, awa, meaning or, ma bata'ah, meaning, right, has spoken, or something rash, right? Shapathia, right, meaning, that means lips, her lip, so it's basically just saying something rash had been spoken out of her lip without necessarily writing it down in that manner, right? Ashar, asara, which she will bind upon her soul, al napasha, right? So that's what, just wanted to go into that, right? So let's go back to Numbers chapter 31, right? And it reads, verse 1, Wayadabar Yahweh al Moshe la Amar, and he spoke the Lord unto Moses to say, Naquamath Banaya Yasha'ala, right? Meaning, let's see, So it says, surely they will be avenged, the sons of Israel, from Midian, right? Ma'ath ha Madayanayim, right? Ahar tha asap al I'm yakah. Afterwards you will be gathered into your people, right? Waya dabar masha al ha'im. He spoke Moses unto the people to say, La Amar ha halatazawa, right? Meaning, that word halatazawa means to draw out, right? So he's saying, draw out from you, ma'ath come, anashim, men, for the host, la tazabah, um, and they will be wahayawa, wa al madayan, and they will be against Midian, right? To place the vengeance of the Lord upon Midian, Lathath, Nakwamath, Salakia, Yahweh, Ba Madayan, right? 1,000 for a scepter, 1,000 for a scepter, or to a scepter, Alap, Lamata, Alap, Lamata, to all the scepters of Israel, right? Which is Salakia, Lakal, Matath, Yasha'al. You will send out to the host, Ta Shalachwa La Tazabah, right? So these are the divisions in which Moses sent out the army, right, which the Lord commanded him. Waya Masarwa, right, and actually let's go into that word, Halataza, right? Salakia, just bear with me. Salakia, I thought I had it pulled up. Let's see if I have it right here. Numbers 22 and 5. And when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she thrust herself onto the wall and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall and smote her again, right? So we read in the Hebrew, Wa Thara'ah Ha-athan, and saw the ass to the angel, Atha Mala'akah of Yahweh, the Lord, right? Wata Lachatazah, right? Meaning she drew out onto the dugout, meaning the area that was dug out, right? In the because they were in a corridor, right, of a vineyard, right? Wata lachatazah al hakwayar, right? Wata lachatazah ata regal, meaning and she drew out to his foot, ata regal, to the foot of Balaam, to the dugout, al hakwayar, right? Wayasap, and he added to smite her, right? Because that word lachatazah, right, the blue letter will tell you that it means thrust, right? To press, to squeeze, right? To oppress, right? Which is correct, right? It does mean to oppress, right? But it also means to draw out, right? Which is let's see. Let's just look up oppress. Or Salakia, draw out. See what we get for that. actually Slovakia. Let's see. Numbers 31:3, right? Because you have Lachatazah and then you have Halatazah, right? Which is the same thing. The letters are just interchanged, right? Which you will see that continuously in the Torah, right? Halatazah, Halatazah, to draw out, to draw off, right? It also means to oppress, right? Um, to draw out, right? To withdraw oneself, to depart. Um, the Arabic says halai, to draw off garments and shoes, right? Which is the taza and the a is interchanged, which is confusion. Khalataza, you know, at least keep the letters, taking away letters and shit. Fucking bug out. Khalataza, right? It says to go out from a place, to go away free. Right. What's that? The Syriac says Halaya Tazah, right? To be ready, prepared, equipped, arrayed for war. Now that's not what that means, because the word Hamash means to be armed, right? But it's used in certain precepts as draw out, right? As in they're armed to be ready to be drawn out for battle, right? But it doesn't mean to be armed itself, right? So you get the point, right? So you see it actually says in the Arabic halataza, withdraw, retire, right? Draw out, right? That's what it means, right? Good job, Bug Out. You got it right. Let's give Ishmael a clap. Let's see. Waya Dabar Mashah Al Ha'im. And he said Moses to the people to say, La Amar Ha Khalatazawu, right? Draw out from you, men, right? Or withdraw, right? But really just draw out, right? As in pick, right? From you, Ma'atakam, men Anashium, for the host, La Tazabah, and there will be against Midian, right? Wa Yahayawa Al Madayan, Lathath, to place the vengeance of the Lord, Nakwamath Yahweh, upon Midian, Ba Madayan, right? It says 1,000 to a scepter, 1,000 to a scepter, or division, right? For all the divisions of Israel, right? Because it's the army that Moses was to send out was 12 divisions, right? 1,000 for each scepter, right? Or division, right? Waya Masarwa, right? And they will turn back, right? From the thousands of Israel. Waya Masarwa, Ma alapia yasha'ala, right? As in, they're going to separate, right, into divisions, right? Um, so it says, because that word masar just means of, ma meaning of, sar meaning to turn back, right? It says 1,000 for a scepter, or 1,000 to a division. Alap la mata, 12,000. Shanayim Ishar, meaning 12. Alap, 1,000, right? They that draw out into the host, right? Which it just says halatazaya tazabah, right? Basically, right, to draw out for the host. Wayashalach a thumb, and he sent out Moses unto them, or Salaki, and he sent out unto them a thumb. Moses 1,000 to a scepter, or division. Masha alap lamata, for the host um, unto them. La tazaba a thumb. Wa ata paya nachas, and to Phineas the son of Eleazar, Ban Eleazar the priest, Ha Kahan, right, for the host, La Tazabah, Wakalia Ha Kodash, and the instruments of the holy things, right, um, and trumpets, Wa Chatazarath, um, to blow an alarm, right, Ha Thariah, were in his hand, Bayadwa, Waya Tazabawa, right, meaning, right, and they withdrew themselves, right, upon Midian, right, or against Midian. Waya Tazabawa al Madayan, Ka Ashar, like which commanded Tazawa Yahweh, the Lord, unto Moses, Atha Mashah, and they smote to kill all males. Waya Haragwa called Zakar, right? So not only does Tazabah mean host or army, but it also means in the sense of to draw out for war, right? Tazabah means, you know, um, to go forth, right? Actually, let's get that real quick. Numbers 31 and 7, right? And let's see. Tazabah, to go forth as a soldier to war, right? So you could say, and they went forth, right? Or and they withdrew, or and they warred upon Midian, right? Because it means the same thing, right? Um, says the Arabic tazabai, to come, to go forth as a star or a tooth, as a soldier against an enemy, right? To wage war, serve, right? You buy, you, never mind. Uh, let's see. Tazaba, it says wage war, serve, right? So that's all that it means, right? Let's see what um Um, Bees Beesmail says, or Bismail, right? Uh, Tazabai, yeah, bet you are. Uh, Tazabai, to go, to come forth. Tazabai, meaning young man, right? So yeah, they basically that's just what it means, right? Wat Atha Malakia, and to the kings of Midian, Ma Dayan, they smote to kill Haragwa, right? Upon slaying them, right? Or upon thrusting them through, right? Al Khalal Yaham, um, unto uh, Avi, Awaya, Wa'atha Raquam, and to Rechem, Wa'atha Tazawar, to Zur, Wa'atha Hawar, Her, Wa'atha Rabbi, Reba, 5 kings of Midian, Hamath, Hamashath, Malakia, Madayan, right? Wa'atha Balaam, and to Balaam, the son of Beor, Ban Bayor, they smote to kill him upon the sword. Haragwa Baharab, Harag, or Harab, Salakia, right? So they killed the 5 kings of Midian and Beor, Balaam, Salakia, right? Um, so yeah, like I said, that word kalataza and lachatz, you'll read it, but essentially means the same thing, right? To oppress or to draw out, basically, right? Um, let's see. It says, verse 9, Wayeshabwa Banaya Yasha'ala, right? Meaning, let's see. And they brought back the sons of Israel unto the women, Athad and Ashaya of Midian, Madayan, to their little ones, Wa'atha Tapam, Wa'atha call Bachamatham, and to all of their beasts, Wa'atha call Makwa Makwanham, and to all of their possessions, right? Wa'atha call Chayalam, and to all of their wealth, right? Because that word Chayel means mighty or might, denoting might, which also denotes wealth, right? Because that is your strength is wealth, right? So they say, you know, oh, that's those are nice shoes, right? Or they're mighty, right? You know how Jake says it, right? The shoes are mighty, Ak, So it just denotes wealth as well, not just the strength, the physical strength of an individual, right? So it says Baz, Bazwa, Bazaz, Baza, Bazawa, right? Um, and it says they spoiled, right? Wa Atha call Arayahum to all their cities, right? Upon their dwelling places, Ba Mashabathum, and unto all their settlements, Wa Atha call Tayarthum, they burned upon fire. Sharapwa Baash, right? Let's look at that word Tayar, right? Slovakia, just bear with me. Tayara, right? A wall, hence a fortress or a hamlet, right? It says castle, habitation, right? And it doesn't mean castle, right? You just, remember Edomite made this blue letter, so you can't really take everything that you read as face value, right? Jusinius Hebrew Chaldaic lexicon, a wall, a fence, right? From the word tawar, to surround, right? Which would denote a settlement, right? A place fenced off by a wall or hedge, an enclosure, a fortress, right? Encampment, battlement, right? Which is a settlement, right? And the Syriac says Tayara, sheepfold, right? Um, so it is a settlement, right? For example, look at the precepts attached to it. Genesis 25:16. These are the sons of Ishmael, um, um, and these are their names by their towns. Salakia. These are their names by their towns and by their settlements, right? 12 princes according to their nations, right? So it just means settlements, right? Um, let's see. Numbers 31 and 11. Wayakwakwa, Atha call Hashalal, right? And they took to all of the prey, right? Wa Atha call Ha Malakwak, and to all of which was taken of them, right? Because Ma means of, Lakwak means to take, right? So it's saying, and they took to all the prey, and to all, right, that was taken upon man by Adam, and upon beast by Bahama, right? That word sounds like what the Ishmaelites say, inshallah, which it just means pray, right? Because the n at the beginning of a Hebrew word makes it an action, right? So it sounds like they're just saying, um, pray, like as in, you know, spoil, you know. But whatever, yeah. Um, just an observation, right? Waya Ba'awa al Mashah, and they entered unto Moses, right? And unto Eliezer, Wa'al Eliezer, the priest, Ha Kahan, and to all the company of the sons of Israel, Wa'al Idath, Benaiah, Yasha'ala, to the captives, right? Atha Ha Shabaya, because the word Shabaya means captive, right? To put into captivity or slave, right? It's not Ibad, right? Like Ishmael says, servant, slave of Allah. No, that just means servant of God, right? Or I guess they say Abdullah, but slave is actually Shabaya, right? Captive, slave, right? Which they just like to be dramatic, you know. Wa atha. So they brought in the captives. Wa atha ha malakwach, and to that which was taken. Wa atha ha shalal, and to the prey. Wa like al ha manacha, to the encampment, right? Al Irabath, to the plains of Moab. Mawab Ashar al Yaradan, which is beside the Jordan, which is Jericho, Yarachwa, right? Wayataza Awa, Mashah, and he went out unto them, Moses and Eleazar, Wa Eliezer, Ha Kahan the priest, and all of the rulers of the company. Slakia. Wakal Nashaya Ha Ida, to meet them outside of the camp. La Kwaratham al Makawataza La Makana. Wayakwa Tazap Moshe, and he was indignant, right? As in angry, right? Quatazap denotes indignation, right? And he was angry. Moses al Pakwadia, right? Um, upon those which had charge, right? Over the mighty men. Ha Chayal, the princes over thousands. Sharia, Ha Alapium, Washaria, and the princes over hundreds. Ha Ma'ath, those who had entered in. Ha Ba'ayim, from the host. Ma Tazabah, of the battle, right? Ha Malachama, right? So basically it's saying, and was angry Moses upon those that had charge over the army, the mighty men, which were the princes over thousands and the princes over hundreds, they that had entered in from the host unto the battle, right? Waya Amar al Yaham Mashah, and he said unto them, Moses, you have left alive all female, right? Ha Haya Yatham Kal Nakwaba, right? Basically saying you have spared the females, right? All of them, right? Because they were only supposed to take the virgins, right? Those who had not known man. Numbers 31 and 16. Hana, Hana, Hayawa, behold, behold. These were to the sons of Israel, Labaniah, Yasha'ala, Badabar, Balaam, in the matter of Balaam, La Masar, to turn back, right? Ma'al, from upon even the Lord, by Yahweh. Al Dabar Payar, upon the matter of Peor. Wa Tahaya Ha Magapa, and it came to pass, there was a plague upon the company of the Lord by Idath Yahweh, right? Wa Aitha Haragwa, and now you will smite to kill all males, called Zakar, upon the little ones, Batab, Wakal Asha, and all women which have known a man, Yadaitha Ayash, um, of lying down with a male, la mashakab zakar, you will smite to kill them, haragwa, right? So all the males and their children, they slay them, and all the women that had relations, sexual relations with a man, they had slayed, right? Wakal hatap banashium, and all the little ones um, upon the females or upon the women, right? And all the little ones, which were right, um, which were females, ashar la'a yadaiwa, which have not known to lie with a male, mashakab as a car, you will keep them alive unto you, ha chayawa lakam, right? So all the female children, uh, which the word top denotes infants, right? Or girls, right? Young girls or infants, right? But more widely, it's used in the sense of infants. But in this case, it's talking about the children, right? It could have been 9 or whatever the case may be, you know. Uh, how do you say it? Just keep away, you know, from. I mean, basically, it's saying just keep them. So like keep them away. Basically, saying keep them away, keep them to yourself, right? The other ones take away, right? Those that have known man. So they could have been, you know, 12, 9, could have been an infant. It's just widely used for those that have not known a man, right? But generally, the word top, it just means infant. Here it's, you know, it's more used, it's used in the sense of the non-combatants, right? Like the translation says, right? So it says you will keep them alive unto you. Wa atham chanawa, right? And you will encamp outside of the camp. Ma kawataza la makana. 7 days, Shabayath Yamayim. Call Harag Napash, all that have smote to kill a soul, right? Because they had to slaughter a lot of the Midianites, women, right? And those that let's see, every male amongst the children, right? And they had to slay the women and the female children that had known men, right? Which means the Midianites were some sickos, right? Um, so it says, okay, so it says 7 days, all that have slain to a soul, right? Because they were unclean, right? Wakal, Nagai, Bachalal, and all that have touched upon the slain, Bachalal, will purify themselves from sin, Ta, Tachata'awa, right? Which they would use the red ashes of the heifer, right? They would wash themselves in water with the ashes in it on the 3rd and the 7th day, right? Then they would be clean, right? Bayawam ha Shalashia, Shalayashaya, in the day the 3rd, Wa Bayawam ha Shabayaya, and in the day the 7th, right? Salakia. Unto them a thumb and their captives, Wa Shabayakam, right? So not only did those that slayed have to be purified from sin, right? They had to make sure that the little ones were cleansed, right? And all women which had not known man, right? Um, let's see. And that was the females among the women, right? Verse 20, Wakal Bagad, Wakal Kalaya Iwar, and all garment and all instrument of skin, Iwar, Wakal Ma'isha, and all of that which is made of goats, Azayim, Wakal Kalaya Itaza, and all the instruments of wood, you should purify them from sin. Takata'awa, right? Waya Amar Eliezer HaKahan, and he said, Eliezer the priest, to the men, all Anashia of the host, Ha Tazabah, right? Like I said, that word host means to draw out, right? It means army, right? And you can compare that with Tazabah, which means to swell. Salakia, let's get that real quick. Tazabah, let's see. Remember we went over that? What is that? Numbers chapter 5 or 4. Numbers chapter 5 and 22. And this water that causeth the curse shall go into thy bowels to make thy belly to swell, and thy thigh to rot, and the woman shall say, Amen, Amen. Right? Tazabah, to go forth to battle, right? And it has the same definition, right, as host, to swell, swell up, right? Which is why the Lord is called the Lord of hosts, right? It's the Lord of armies, Yahweh Tazabawath, right? Let's see. So it says, and he said, Elias the priest unto the men of the host, right, that have came in from the battle, Ha Ba'ayim La Malachama Za'ath Hakath Hakwath, meaning this is a statute, a law, Tawara, Ashar Tazawa Yahweh, which commanded the Lord unto Moses, Atha Mashah, Aka Atha Hazahab. However, to the gold, Wa'atha Ha-Kasap, and to the silver, Wa'atha Ha-Nachashtha, and to the bronze, Atha Ha-Barzal, to the iron, Atha Ha-Badayel, to the tin, Wa'atha Ha-Iparath, and unto the lead, right? Called the bar Ashar Yaba'ah, all matter which will which can enter upon the fire. Ta Ibayarwa Ba'ash, you will pass through the fire, right? Which is gold, silver, copper, and iron, tin, and lead, right? Not, for example, the garment, any instrument of skin, right? Anything of goat skin, any instrument of wood, right? Where was I? Salakia. To the fire. Wa tahar, and it will be clean. Aka, however, Bamaya Nada, upon the water of separation, right? which is the water with the ashes of the red heifer, right? They will purify it from sin. Yatha, Chata'a, Wakal, Ashar, and all of which cannot enter into the fire. La'a, Yaba'a, Ba'ash, right? You will put it through water. Ta'ai Bayarwa, Bamayim. Wa Kabastam, Bagad Yakam, and you will wash in your garments, right? In the day by Yawam Ha Shabayaya, the 7th, right? So basically, you would wash your garments and yourself, right? In the day the 7th, and you will be clean, right? Wa Tahar Thumb, Wa Ahar, and afterwards you will enter into the camp. Taba'awa al Ha Machana, right? Verse 25, Wa Ya'amar Yahweh al Mashah La Amar, and he said the Lord unto Moses to say, Sha'a Atha Ra'ash, lift up to the head of that which was taken, Malakwach, captives, Ha Shabaya, upon man, Ba Adam, and upon beast, Wa Ba Bahama, you and Eliezer, Atha, Wa Eliezer, the priest, Ha Kahan, Wa Ra'ashia, Abath, and the heads of the fathers of the company, Ha Ida, Waha Tazayith, and you will divide to that which was taken, Atha Ha Malakwach, right, between that which is taken, which was taken hold of, Bayan the Pashia, right, Ha Malachama, right, in the battle, Haya Tazayam, right, then that they that went out to the host, Ha Tazabah, right, Wa Bayan, and between all the company, call Ha'ida, right? So basically saying you will divide to that which was taken, right, between those that took hold of it in the battle, they that went out to the host, and between all the company, right? Waha Ramath, and you will lift up a tribute, makas or tax, right, which is here it says levy, it's the same thing, right, unto the Lord La Yahweh, from the men Ma'ath Anashia, Salakia, that went out to the battle, Ha Malachama, they that went out unto the host, Ha Yatazayim, La Tazabah, Achad Napash, Ma Hamash, right? 1 soul out of 5, right? So that would be given unto those that went out onto the battle, right? Every fifth, right? Like it says here, from man, from herds, from asses, from the flocks, would go unto those that went out into the host, right? 1 out of 5 would go unto the Lord, from those that went out into the battle, right? So let's keep that in mind, right? So let's see, 1 out of 5, the host, right? And that would be the tribute. So it says, Achad Napash, so 1 from 5, right? So 1 out of 5 uh, of oxen, ass, or sheep would go unto the Lord, right? Every 5, the fifth 5 out of that 1 5 would go onto the host, right? So for every item that would be given unto the Lord would be given 5 unto the host, right? So it says, Salakia, 1 item out of 500, right? So 1 out of 500. Ma Hamash Ha Ma'ath, from man, Man Ha Adam, and from the herd, Waman Ha Bakwar, and from the asses, Waman Ha Hamarium, Waman Ha Taza'an, and from the flocks, right? Verse 29, Ma Machatazayatham, right? And will be divided, right? From that which was taken, the Kwakwa, right? Wa Natha, and will be given to Eliezer. La Eliezer, the priest, Ha Kahan, right? As a heave offering unto the Lord. Taramath Yahweh. Wama Machatazath, right? And will be divided to the children of Israel. Benaiah Yasha'ala, from that which was taken. The Kwach, Achaz, meaning 1, what the hell does that mean? To seize, right? 1 out of that which was 1 of that which was seized, right? Achaz, from 5, right? Man Ha Hamashim, it's like it from 50, right? So that is for the host, tribute, host, people would be 1 out of 50, right? And so let's see. From man, Man Adam, Man Ha Adam, Man Ha Bakwar, from the herd, Man Ha Hamarium, from the asses, Waman Ha Taza'an, from the flocks, Makal Ha Bahama, from all beasts, right? Will be given unto them. Wa Natha Atham, to the Levites, La Lawayim, right? As a to be kept, Shamaria, or Salakia, to keep, Shamaria, the duties, Ma Shamarath, of the tabernacle of the Lord, Ma Shakan Yahweh, right? Wa Ya'ash Moshe Wa Eliezer, and he did Moses and Eleazar the priest, Ha Kahan, like which had commanded the Lord unto Moses, Ka Ashar Tazawa Yahweh Atha Moshe. Wa Yahaya Ha Malakwach, and it came to pass that which remained of the spoil, Yathar Habaz Habazah, which they had spoiled, Ashar Bazawa, the people of the host, Im Ha Tazabah, of the flocks, Taza'an, were 600,000, Shash Ma'ath Alap, and 7,000 Wa Shabayim, Slaki, and 70,000 Wa Shabayim Alap. and 5,000. Wa Hamashta Alapium, right? So from the host, right, the total, right, was let's see, 675,000 sheep. Um, Wabaquar, Shanayim, Washabayim from the herds were 270,000. So herd 72,000. Wakamarium, Achad, and from the asses 160,000. Washashium, Alap, 61,000. Right, the asses. Wa Napash, Adam, and the soul of man from the women, Man Ha Nashium, Ashar La'a Yadaiwa, which did not know to have lain with a male, Ma Shakab Zakar, all souls of the women, Kal Napash, or Salaki, all souls, right, were 2 Shanayim, Wa Shalashium, and 60,000, Alap. So 62,000. That's from the women. Wa Thahaya, Ha Matazah, Machatazah, and were Salakia, and were divided the portion halak of them that went out into the host, Haya Tazaayim, Ba Tazabah, right? The number of the flocks, Masapar, Ha Tazaan, were Shalash Ma'ath, 3,000, 300,000, Shalash Ma'ath Alap, Wa Shalashim, and 30,000, Alap, Wa Shabayath, Alapium, and 7,000, Wa Hamash Ma'ath, and 500, right? So that is the share of those that went out into the host, right? So let's see. Host. Just like y'all, just write it right here. So the host got the sheep 337. $337,500. Verse 37. Wa Yahaya Ha Makas, and it came to pass the tribute unto the Lord La Yahweh from the flocks, Ma Hatazaan, was 600 Shash Ma'ath, and 5 Kamash Washabayim, and 70, 675 of the sheep was unto the Lord. 675, right? Or just 675. Wahab Bakwar, Shasha, and the herds, and from the herds were 6 and 30 Washalashium, as in 36,000, Alap, Wa Makasam, right? And the tribute of the Lord unto the Lord La Yahweh was 2 and 70, 72, Shanayim Wa Shabayim, right? let's see. So the cattle which came to 36,000. So let's see, 36,072. Wa Hamarium, Shalashium, and the asses were 30,000. Wa Hamash, Ma'ath, and 500, right, which was for the host, right? 30,500. Wa Makasam La Yahweh, and the tribute unto the Lord was Achad Wa Shachim, 61, right? Wa Napash Adam, and the soul of man was 6 and 10. Shasha Ishar 1,000. Alap, as in 16,000, right? So that was the souls, right? Which was the women. What is it? 16,000. 16,000. Wa Makasam La Yahweh, and the tribute unto the Lord was 2 Shanayim. Wa Shalashim, 32 souls, right? Which was given to the Levites. Wa Yathan Mashah Atha Makas, and he gave Moses unto the tribute for a heave offering, Tharamath, right, unto the Lord Yahweh, to Eliezer ha Kahan the priest, like which had commanded the Lord unto Moses, Ka Ashar Tazawa Yahweh Atha Mashah, right? Let's see. Did I miss something? Hold on. 72 down. The herd sheep was 675. Right. 72,000 for the cattle. 61,000 of the asses. Right. 675 sheep. 72,000 of the herd. 61,000 of the asses. 32,000 of the women. After the company as follows: 337,500 for the host of the sheep. North Levi 75, cattle 36,000. Right, that is of the herd. Levi was 72 for the tribute. 30,000 of the asses. And 61, 32, 16. Okay, con. So let's see, verse, see how many verses we got left. Alright, we're almost there. Verse 48. Waya Korabwa al-Mashah, and they brought near unto Moses, right? Those who had the charge, ha Pequadium, right, which were Ashar, unto thousands, la Alapia, to the host, ha Tazabah, princes over thousands and princes over hundreds, Sharia, ha Alapium, Salakia, Washaria, ha Ma'ath. And he said unto him, Why Amarwa al Mashah. And he said unto him, to Moses, Ibad Yakah, meaning your servants have lifted up to the heads, Nasha'awa, Atha Ra'ash, of the men, Anashia, as in they did a head count, right? That went to the battle, Ha Malakama, which are in our hand, Ashar Bayad Nawa, Wala'a Na Paquad, and there was not visited of them, Ma Manawa, as in they didn't die in the battle. Amen. Ayash Wa Na Kwarab, and we bring near to the oblation, right? And we have brought near to an oblation, Atha Korban, to the Lord Yahweh, for a man which had found, right? Ayash Ashar Mataza'ah, for a man which had found an instrument, Kalaya, of gold, Zahab, right? Armlets, Atazayada, bracelets, Wa Tazamayad, signet rings, Tabayath, earrings, Agayal, and pendants, Wa Kamazwa, or Salaki, Wa Kamaz, to atone La Kapar upon our souls, Al Napashta Yanawu, before the Lord La Panaya Yahweh, Wa Yakwak Mashah, and he took Moses and Eleazar, Wa Eleazar, the priest Ha Kahan, unto the gold, Atha Ha Zahab, from them Ma'atham, all instruments which were made, called Kalaya Ma'aisha. Wa Yahaya called Zahab, and it came to pass, all the gold was waved for a heave offering, Tha Ram Ha Tharama, right, which was lifted up unto the Lord, Ashar Ha Rayamwa La Yahweh, being 6 Shashah Ishar 16,000 Alap 700 Shabai Ma'ath, and 50 Wa Hamashiam of weight Shaqual, from the princes over thousands, and Ma'ath Sharia Ha-Alapium, and hundreds, Wa Ma'ath, right? From the princes, thousands, hundreds, and hundreds. Offered by officers of thousands, from the princes. Salakia, Ma'ath, Sharia, Ha-Alapium, from the princes over thousands, right? Wa Ma'ath, Sharia, and from the princes over hundreds, Ha-Ma'ath, right? Numbers 31 and 53, Anashia, Ha-Tazabah, the men of the host, right? Their spoil, Bazawa, of a man, Ayash, was to him, right? Meaning the men in the ranks, they kept their spoil to themselves, right? Wa Yakwach, Mashah, Wa Eliezer, And he took Moses and Eleazar the priest, HaKahan, unto the gold Athah HaZahab, from the princes of uh of thousands, Ma'ath Sharia Ha'alapium, and hundreds, Waha Ma'ath, and they brought it in unto it, Wayabawa Athawa, to the tent of assemblage, Al Achal Mawa'id, as a as a as a memorial, Zakaran, to the sons of Israel, Labanaya Yasha'ala, before the Lord, Labanaya Yahweh, right? Let's see if there's anything else. So with that, it's Brother Yotazadak, Hero Israel. This is Numbers chapter 31, going into the Hebrew. Lord willing, you were edified. And as always, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, Great Millstone. Kwame Yasha'Allah, Abad Babal, and Shalom.